Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Partly sunny to mostly cloudy today. Barely a cloud, at least out the one window I can see right now. Light rain is possible, but not necessarily likely today. 56 the high. It's 43 now. Cedar Point opens this weekend. The 148th season. That's incredible.
That is incredible.
Yeah, I didn't know it started that early.
I gotta go.
You do.
It's pretty great.
If you like rides,
I do.
It's a great place.
You have to do what Free Beer did and not what I did. Free Beer used to stay at the hotel.
Yeah.
And then you get in early.
Yeah, and there's a couple hotels on site, or if you like camping, they have a campground. I think you have to book on that pretty early.
Okay.
But it's not hugely expensive for the hotel, but it's more expensive than staying like at a Days Inn 2 miles from the park. But there
it's
are
worth it,
advantages.
right?
You're right next to the park, so if you stay at the one called the Breakers, because then if you're in there for a full day, you might go, yeah, you know what? I want to go back and chill for a little while. You can go back to your hotel room without getting in your car and leaving the isthmus
nice.
and everything else.
That sounds
like
a dream.
But you also get to go into the park an hour early, and they don't open the whole park, but they open 6 or 7 attractions. And of them, when we were there, the 2 big ones was Top Thrill Dragster.
Yes.
And what's the other? Millennium Force?
That was one of them.
And then the
Millennium Force was the one with the big drop. The Angry
Yes.
Dragon was a great one.
And so we went on one of those that morning and only waited in line like 10 minutes, whereas later in the day when the park opened and everyone was in there, the wait was, an hour and a half.
When I went, it was on a holiday, like it was like a weekend.
We were on a Memorial Day Saturday. And
Okay.
it still wasn't. We got lucky.
See, that's awesome because I went probably on that Monday or whatever, and I rode 3 rides. Justin.
Oh, boy.
3 rides.
And you said it was
day?
worth it, though.
Top Thrill Dragster.
Okay, I gotta check
It
this
kind
out.
of made it worth it because it was so amazing. Top Thrill Dragster, and maybe they have like one that blows that out of the water now, but it's good. So you're waiting in line, you're snaking around, but then once you get onto like the deck, it's already great because you see people come off of that ride with literal tears in their eyes, and then there are people getting on it who like the girls are like crying.
Oh yeah, they're
before
terrified.
it takes off, and so you're like, oh my god, what am I getting into?
I've said before, like when you get to because we waited in line 45 minutes for that, which feels like a long time. That day it was a long time.
Yeah.
Not really, but
What's the big deal?
400. You can see Canada from the top of it.
Oh my goodness! I thought it was.
That's really high.
I thought it
It's
went
the
straight.
second highest roller coaster in America. I think it's 410 feet, and it's a 90 degrees straight up and then straight down.
And
so when you get on that, Justin, it's called Top Thrill Dragster, so it has lots of simulated engine noise. You wait in line, you finally get to the platform, and what we noticed as soon as you could see the platform is there are people who get in, pull down the thing, and then wave their arms like crazy, lift it up, and exit.
Yeah.
And then because people get in there and they go,
Well,
and
because
so-
the perspective changes, I'm sure, when you're sitting in that car,
Yeah.
and then you can see down the track, and it
Oh,
seems
yeah.
farther. And
So then right there where you're seeing it, you start out on the platform, and then it rolls you slowly to the staging like the starting line of a drag strip.
And that's why
now
people
you're
freak out,
on
like-
the track. And I will tell you, if I could have gotten off there, I would have, but it's too late. You're
exactly.
trapped. And so this one, then you see the Christmas tree for the drag strip go yellow, 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 green, and then boom.
hit it.
Yeah,
I
it's
want to
short.
see it.
Show
It's so short.
this
and
is the
it's
only
so
way I
great.
like roller coasters.
Sitting there, waiting.
Nothing's happening. You're just going,
Okay. Yeah. And then
Starting to
the
rev.
lights.
That part's not so bad.
It is. This doesn't do it justice at all.
that part
no.
right there. I can't imagine
Yes! Oh,
It took me right back.
I loved
It took me right back, and we're watching a video of an empty roller coaster.
I know. Yeah, no. The start.
And it didn't capture the speed.
No, it
on there.
didn't.
No,
it did not.
Video never.
I think it's what 120 miles an hour.
I don't remember what it was.
Very
but
quickly.
and
because
it
it's one of those maglev deals where it just launches.
Yes.
With magnets.
Yes, 0 to 100 or 120 in 4 seconds.
Yeah,
man.
so it's super fast.
I mean-
and like to me, it shouldn't even be called dragster. Like that should be called like Top Gun. Like because it looks like a fighter jet taking off.
Disputing the name. You did the theming all wrong, Cedar
Yeah,
Point.
because I would like to do the dragster ride, but not that ride. That's Top Gun. That's F-14 Tomcat taking off the deck kind of stuff right
you
there.
remember when we
My
went
God.
to Hershey Park and they had a similar one with the same technology where it launches you?
Yeah.
And it did the countdown, but it left early. And
Yes.
the first time you went on it, so like if it was going, all right, everyone, I think it actually was a countdown. Like, let's count down and we'll launch this off. 5, 4, 3, boom! It took off. Bam.
So scary.
So yeah, you haven't gotten a chance to like tighten your stomach yet or anything.
Flex.
I like watching people deal with that.
Oh, I have so much fun on roller coasters.
But
It's
that-
insane.
Hot Wings went on that Cubby Kids ride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
everybody
Hershey
made
Park
fun of me, and
freaked out.
I was terrified. It was like America's first roller coaster.
It was called like the Little Wizard.
Yeah, it was. It was something really lame.
The Tinkler.
It was something that terrified the natives in 1898.
It was a supremely
rickety
old wooden coaster.
Yeah, it was harsh.
Justin, this is
It was
the
really
other
harsh.
big one. Fast, tall, metal roller coaster that
thing
you're
is
just.
tall.
It feels like you're in the middle of nowhere when you're on top of it going up.
It really
and
on
does.
Millennium Force.
And because
then you're
go
straight
back.
down.
because you're in northern Ohio, it's flat anyway, and you're next to a lake. So you want to talk about feeling like you're in space. I'm sure. I don't know. I've never been up
I
there.
love watching Joe's face. You're so brave,
I
man.
love these so
So
much.
brave. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Children go on them.
Oh, they're stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, do you not like roller coasters? I don't
I
think
do,
you.
but I'm afraid of them.
What are you going to do? Go to Cedar Point to play the games?
This is
That one's amazing.
It is. The one at Six Flags in Illinois, they have one exactly like that, except at the top of it. So you're going, and this one, it like launches you over that. And that's awesome too. The one at Six Flags, you go up to the very top, and then there's a little dip, and it stops you, and then shoots you down.
What was the name of the new one they built down, like in Frontier Village? It's red. It has a Western theme, like the Stampede or
The Raging Bull, I don't know.
something, where you can't see the first dive, and it's not that tall. And my wife and I went on it. It's not a new ride at Cedar Point anymore, but I forget what it's called. But anyway,
I don't either.
You go on it, and it doesn't look like that big of a deal. The Maverick, that's it. And what you don't know is there's two surprises on this one, not for people that are like super roller coaster enthusiasts. We benefited from not knowing that the first hill is a drop that's steeper than 90 degrees.
Oh, so it's inverted.
It's inverted. And then there's
boy.
a second tricky spot where you pull into like a carriage house and it feels like ride's over. And just as you stop and go, there are no attendants, it rockets you out of there right back to it.
Wow.
That's right. We're watching roller coaster videos on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what? I must have done 4 rides because I did this one and then I did the one where you stand up. I don't remember
yeah,
what
like
that
that
one
one.
was called.
God. All those things.
This one.
just seem like
Look at that.
Look at it. This is
Well,
so
more than
good.
straight down.
It's not, yeah, like you said, it's not as big of a drop, but
But this
so
one's
good.
fast with a lots of change of direction.
I don't like the turns. It kind of hurts.
You just want to go
some
straight.
of them they do.
That does look.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of neck
Justin wants to
whipping.
go on Cedar Point's new ride, Salt Flats,
This
or I-75.
Yeah.
The thing about wooden coasters, if you go on a big one, that is still almost as terrifying and adrenaline. Oh, here it is. Yeah.
You think you're
Ride's
done?
over.
Oh, what's going on?
No big deal.
Whoa. Suddenly
then-
you're accelerating.
Yes.
Pretty fast.
That is a really cool moment.
Boy, and you know what that is? That is just enough time for your eyes to adjust to the dark.
Yeah.
So when you come shooting out of that tunnel in the sun, you're squinting and can't see squat, I'm guessing.
The one, again, at Six Flags, they have an old wooden coaster. I think it's called American Eagle. It's been there forever. And that there's no loop-de-loops and there's no barrel rolls. But what you do have is just like the loosest lap bar that has ever touched your lap.
Sometimes that's the thrill, knowing you're not tied in very well.
Because when you take that first, hill or that first drop, you're out of your seat and you're like,
oh no,
I feel like this is very unsafe.
This one has been one of the most popular rides. Joe's showing the Raptor at Cedar Point. This is like an infomercial for Cedar Point.
We love it.
GD, I love this one. I love this one.
So you're suspended from under.
You're sitting in a chair with your feet dangling.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But you go into an inverted 360-degree loop where your feet are flying on the outside.
Yeah, what's that thing in the background? That looks awful.
That's the Magnum.
Oh, jeez.
This is cool.
This is so scary.
So you want to go to Cedar Point, Justin,
goodness.
but you don't like roller coasters.
I do I'm afraid of them, but I like to do it.
Yeah, me too.
It's just one of those things, man.
I just don't like the lines. It's just
I'm strangely relieved when the day's over.
Yeah. Like I survived. Have you guys ever been to Universal Studios
No.
in Orlando?
No.
They have a ride called the Hulk ride, and you get onto it, and you're looking straight up. So you're thinking you're going to, like an average roller coaster, tick, 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 all the way up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it goes like it's going to tick, and then it goes from 0 to 100 in seconds.
Those are so great.
Straight up.
We
God,
did.
I've seen those.
We had
They make me want to barf standing on the ground.
we had guest passes to Six Flags in Jackson, New Jersey, when we lived in Jersey, and they allowed us to. It was like opening weekend, and there were 4 of us, and we were allowed to walk up the exit and say we'd like to go, and we immediately got to go in front of everyone. So we went on every ride so many times we got tired of being thrilled by 1 o'clock in the afternoon and gave away the stickers to a family.
Really?
We're like, hey, go enjoy these, because they were just stickers on your shirt.
I would have just
But
taken them.
one of the ones that we only got to go on for a minute because they kept having to shut it down, but so we only got to go once. We all wanted to go more. Was the Superman ride. Have you ever been on one of those where you get in and it's a harness on your torso and then it turns you so that you're flying like Superman? And the scary thing was, as you're taking off, you're like, God, this thing, somebody hits the open up button and you just fall. And we were like, ha, that's great. 2 weeks later, at the same ride in Maryland, I think it is, at a different Six Flags, it opened and a guy fell on one of those metal fence with spikes.
Oh my God! It like
impaled.
falling to his death on flat ground wasn't bad enough.
Is he all right?
He had to be impaled.
I know.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Well, we don't.
Sure, he's fine now.
Know him
One way or another.
personally.
Did it
we
make
checked
the
on
fence
him.
rust?
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Those things are stain resistant.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to see the guy who does the thing in the.
No, we can find that story.
Oh, damn.
Not the updated version.
No big deal.
Huddle of Mud. Control 97.9 GRD Rocks.